Hey there, welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. But today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to share the top 10 horror movies or movies in the horror genre to get you in the mood for Halloween. Now, horror is not my favorite genre at all, but Halloween is right around the corner. So I thought that if you do like them and you haven't watched some of these, or maybe they flew under your radar and you didn't even know about them, that you might appreciate this. From psychological thrillers to supernatural tales, the horror genre offers a diverse range of films that leave us gripping our seats or the person sitting next to us. All right, number one is The Exorcist. And by the way, these aren't necessarily the top 10 ever or in any order of preference for me, just probably the top 10 most popular ones. All right, so number one is The Exorcist. It came out in 1973. I was a really little girl back then and I did not watch it. My parents didn't watch it. Considered a masterpiece of horror cinema, The Exorcist tells the chilling story of a possessed young girl and the desperate battle to save her soul. With its atmospheric tension, disturbing imagery, and powerful performances, this film has stood the test of time as an iconic horror classic. The second one is Psycho, came out in 1960. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho redefined the slasher genre and left an indelible mark on cinematic history. The film follows the story of Norman Bates, a motel owner with a deeply unsettling story. Now, on a personal note, my maiden name was Bates. Or it still is. But anyway, I remember growing up and people saying, "Hey, how's your brother Norman?" And I had never seen the movie and I had no idea what they were talking about. I'm like, I don't have a brother. And they would laugh. And I'm like, I don't get it. What? Anyway, with this movie, it has shocking twists, a memorable shower scene, and Hitchcock's masterful direction. Psycho remains a cornerstone of horror cinema. Now, of course, some of these films have been remade, Psycho being one of them. Number three on my list is The Shining. That came out in 1980. Based on Stephen King's novel, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining delves into the descent of a writer, played beautifully by Jack Nicholson, into madness while staying in an isolated hotel. Kubrick's meticulous attention to detail, eerie atmosphere, and Nicholson's unforgettable performance make this psychological horror film a haunting experience. Number four is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That came out in 1974. Now, out of all of the horror genres, this is my least favorite. I don't like the blood and the guts just to make it violent and gross, but it was a pioneer in the slasher subgenre. Toby Hooper's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre shocked audiences with its gritty realism and relentless terror. The film follows a group of friends who encounter a family of cannibals led by the iconic Leatherface. Known for its raw brutality and unsettling imagery, this cult classic remains a benchmark for horror filmmaking. And you always see people dressed in that face, that costume every year for Halloween. And speaking of Halloween, the 1978 first movie, Halloween, came out. It was directed by John Carpenter and introduced the world to the iconic masked killer, Michael Myers. And we see that mask every year at Halloween as well. The film follows his relentless pursuit of Jamie Lee Curtis's character on Halloween night. With its suspenseful atmosphere, unforgettable score, and the birth of the slasher genre tropes, Halloween remains a must-watch for horror enthusiasts. And of course, I don't even know how many Halloween movies there have been. And they always say, the last one. And it sucks me in and I watch it because I think, oh, I should see the last one. And then, of course, they have another one. And so I'm kind of done with that franchise. But for those who haven't seen it and are interested, there you go. Number six is The Babadook. That came out in 2014. It's an Australian psychological horror film that explores the terrifying consequences of repressed grief and unresolved trauma. The Babadook centers around a mother and her troubled son as they encounter a malevolent entity from a mysterious children's book. With its atmospheric tension and profound exploration of mental anguish, this indie gem is a modern horror masterpiece. Number seven is more recent, and it's called Get Out. It came out in 2017. People lost their minds about how incredible it was. Jordan Peele gave his directorial debut, and it combines Horror with social commentary and a thought-provoking and chilling narrative. The film follows an African-American man who visits his white girlfriend's family only to uncover a very dark and disturbing secret. And I always want to say, white people aren't always like that. With its sharp script, brilliant performances, and exploration of racial themes, Get Out revitalized the horror genre and earned critical acclaim. Number 8 is A Quiet Place. That came out in 2018, and we have had several since, including the most recent one that I just reviewed. What was that, a couple months ago? It was directed by John Krasinski, and everybody loves him, right? It takes a unique approach to horror by relying on silence and tension. And I thought it did those things so well. The film presents a post-apocalyptic world where a family must navigate their lives in silence to evade creatures with hypersensitive hearing. With its innovative concept, gripping suspense and emotional depth, I loved A Quiet Place, and it became a big box office success and spawned 2 sequels. Number 9 is Hereditary. It came out in 2018. This atmospheric supernatural horror film, directed by Ari Aster, delves into the disturbing secrets hidden within a family. It showcases the psychological unraveling of a grieving mother, played beautifully by Toni Collette, leading to horrifying consequences. And it has unsettling imagery, impeccable performances, and unnerving tension. It's a modern masterpiece of the genre. Number 10 came out in 2013. It's The Conjuring, based on true events, and that's what truly makes this movie horrific. The Conjuring follows paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren as they face a malevolent presence in a haunted farmhouse. It's directed by James Wan, and the film combines effective jump scares. It's a compelling story and strong performances by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. Its success led to a franchise with multiple spin-offs and sequels. So there you have it. The horror genre has gifted us with countless memorable films that have left an indelible mark on cinema and appear in some form at every Halloween party. All right, that's it. Comment down below and let me know, what are your favorite horror movies and what you're planning on dressing up as for Halloween if you do that where you live. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.